And I guess I am live. How you doing, guys? Welcome to. I don't know. I wanted to call this with something, so I said like, "What's up?" So basically, what's up? Uh, yeah, I have to adjust this a little bit. Yeah, so I look pretty. Yeah, everyone still is in quarantine. Most of the countries in the world are quarantined. No events, nothing is going on, but I still wanted to talk about some stuff because it's not like everything is stopping, So the big news was WL uh, announcing that they are going to basically move forward their season, and yeah, I will find the post. WL Underground Instagram. That's where I look for it. So they're planning WL 601 up to 606, starting from July 14 up to September 23rd. So 601 and 602 will have 1 week in between them, then 2 weeks for August, then 2 weeks, a little bit, yeah, somewhere close to WL 605. So everything is in Chicago except the big final. So again, this is not set in stone. Everything is just it's still, it can change because we don't know where this is going. And if you look at USA, it looks the situation isn't good there, especially if you talk about New York and other places. It hasn't spread so much, but they're talking. And this is such a weird time we're in because, you know, uh, we have too many people with too many different opinions. And I think no one's everyone wants to contradict what the experts are saying, but we want experts when they're good, but just not when they're saying something that we don't like. So yeah, I've been a little lazy. I'm trying to overcome it, and it's another thing when you don't have goals, specific goals. It's very hard to keep yourself motivated to go forward. But I'm training every day. We have some training sessions together with Yanis, with Raimons, and those are really good. I really feel like I'm much better than I was when I prepared for fraud, and at that point I was super good, super really good shape. So yeah, I'm making most of it. Another thing that I want you guys to do is go to Neil's Pickups Supernatural Strength channel and subscribe to that. This is one of the best entertainments you can have, especially in this time. He is doing amazing job bringing together a great roster. It's a very interesting situation what we have, and I think these kind of videos really just will keep you entertained because like there's no news except coronavirus news or the news that someone is on TV or on newspaper, computer, whatever. It feels like they're so small compared to the situation where we are in right now. So I think Neil is doing fantastic job, and me and Ryan together with him are doing our show. Then there's Presence of Greatness and many, many more. He's bringing a lot of strength people into this, and I think together we can you know build the sport even bigger. Yeah, Devon is bored in his house. I love his videos, and uh, yesterday he did a video on, I'm like, what is nest egg? And it turns out it was commercial but he made it so cool that yeah. um, so what's up, and what I want to talk about is so we don't really know when everything's gonna come back, but we know that it's gonna come back. I'm really still excited, looking forward to some matches. If WL goes together with as it plans, and we want Giannis there. We want Giannis on the first one of the first events to go there, and because he deserves his title shot. If you believe he deserves a title shot, just let us know in the comments right now because. Yeah, we've been waiting for far too long. And another thing, we did video that's right now on the channel. if you watch the video, please like it. Just you can leave comment if you want, but doesn't matter. Just like it if you watched it. We talk about Dennis and Andre, and I've been following all this like forever since I started, and still, when I did the research, when I went into the results, when I watched the videos, when I read some articles, I really didn't appreciate how strong these guys were. Just like since 2006, there's up to 2000, let's say the last year when Andre competed in Zloty Tour overall class, up until it was 17. I might be wrong, doesn't matter. But up 2006, 2007, there was three winners with both arms. John with right, and it was either Andre or Dennis. If we have missed someone, just please correct us. But just, and everyone still thinks that someone is like at that point where better. It's like there was no one who showed it. Yes, John was there, and John, as I said, John, Dennis, and Andre. If you look at this kind of tournament, and then Chaffee came, but still Chaffee didn't win. He won a match, but so I'm really making that video appreciated the level that those guys were on. It was just something different, something insane. And I really believe that if we talk about Dennis, everyone says like, oh yeah, like 2009 John beat him, or 2000, okay, when he beat him, okay, but Dennis wasn't in his prime, in my opinion, and John wasn't. John was already suffering from some injuries, so it's we will never know who was who at their best shape. But I think Dennis showed his best shape when he was facing Devon, because there was no way he wanted to lose that match. Yeah, that's one thing. So I will answer some interesting comments. If you have them, please write them down. This will not be long episodes, just some things. It's my day's been going just like it's I would say even fast. It's because it's you don't really know what you want to do, what you can do. I have this problem of touching my face that I should really avoid now. But yeah, in Latvia it's been under control. We have 750 cases, 11 deaths. Everyone who died had severe issues before, so Corona just made it worse. So if you look out the window, it looks like, in my opinion, it looks like it's summer, because I live in capital in Riga. In summer, there's less cars because no kids going or students going to schools or something, and they just leave, or some will go for vacations, and it's just a little bit emptier. So it looks like that. There's still people out, but we have all the restrictions, like no gathering, nothing. Most of the places where you want to go, where we just spend your free time, they're closed. So it's a weird one. I think I have watched all the Netflix. I think I have watched all the Netflix. But yeah, very awesome documentary series. Not the Tiger King, but Last Dance, Michael Jordan, Bulls, 97, 96, 97. I forgot the years, but first two episodes are already out, and I watched it, and I was like, you this made me appreciate like Michael Jordan even more, like Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Just such a great documentary, and I really recommend to watch it. Something with sports documentaries that really makes me feel more, when you're watching some story, and it could be like watching Tiger King. It was like, I'm like, this is getting crazier every minute. It's like, how is this can get even crazier, and every episode it get crazier, and it's a real story. But with sports, it's just like so many things have to happen wrong or right way to be in this position where we're in right now, and it just like that amazes me. And talking with some of the greats of any sport, they will tell you about dedication and everything else. And I love the quote from Michael when he asked his coach. I think he wanted to be the best, and he asked like, coach, I want to be the best, like in my team or something. And he said, like, you have to train, and then you're gonna be number one. He's like, but I train as hard as everyone else. And he said, like, that's the problem. You train just as hard as everyone else. So uh, be obsessed. I think in arm wrestling more than any other sport, because deeper you go, like the bigger it gets. If you watch it, it will look like a pyramid. Like at the start, it will just be top of the pyramid. You're like thinking, okay, two guys and just arm wrestling and this and that. But if you go lower, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So uh, this sport really requires for you to think if you want to excel in it, if you want to be better from many different points, not just training, but technique, tactics, everything else. It's every match is against another human being who's thinking, who's doing the same things that you are doing. So uh, this is one of the reasons why I like arm wrestling so much. It's a fight, but I will not get knocked out. Well, sometimes you will slip, get knocked out. But yeah, basically, I feel like I watched all the Netflix. We're rewatching the old TV episodes, and it gets very very boring. Yeah, spend my days uh, doing something on computer, playing with cats. Just yeah, it's a weird one. So I want to go out and do something, and then it's like you don't really want to go there because the problems are real. I don't care what anyone says. The problems are really real. If you don't believe the problems are real, just call someone from New York and ask how they feel, how is their situation right there, uh, or Italy, or Spain or France, Germany. Germany is doing better than most, but still, yeah, this is something that we have never prepared for, never seen before in our time, in my generation. I'm talking about my generation, but yeah, we will get through this, and I really hope we can, like, the traveling will continue at the end of the year. Like right now, I was supposed to be in Canada for bottom eight. Right now, I was supposed to be in Canada for bottom eight, and it hurts so bad that I'm not there. I'm just like, I was looking so forward to that. I was looking so forward to Frode Haugland super match in Norway and many other things, but just we have to deal with it. Yeah. So keeping my sane, I keep training, and this is a very good time to train, guys. If you will come out of this weaker, you have been doing something wrong. You can really, especially when you're locked in your house. Some people's lives are just very slight changes. But if you're locked in your house and you're thinking, "Oh, what should I?" Just train, just find something. Just you can always innovate. You can always think of something. So this is another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is like all these challenges are going around, and I'm thinking I want to do another one. I want to do different kind of challenge that's good for the community. We will compete, no doubt about, but we compete on table, and it's very hard. But the challenge that I'm going to put out, the challenge, it will help the community. So please stay tuned for that. I hope I will film the video to do it today, and I will post it today. So I really hope everyone will get involved and it will benefit the community like the most. So as soon as this started, like not as soon, but like the April month, I'm not pushing any of my T-shirts. We're not doing anything because I know a lot of people are in like the financial situation isn't that good, so I don't want to push for someone to buy something. We get some revenue from YouTube, but no one watches the commercials. No one cares about that, but it's something. So I feel good. I'm comfortable. I'm good. I'm not panicking. Let's say how it is, but I want everyone to be safe. I want everyone to just uh, just make the most of this. This is a tough time for many people. This is a lot of people are without the job and they're just sitting at home and they don't know what to do. Just think about this. Think about what you want to do when you get out of this, and this will end. Definitely will end. But you need to find out what skills you need to have, so you won't be in this kind of situation next time. Because I really believe the pandemics are just starting, and until we find some miracle cure that will fix everything, it's going to be one thing that's happened. So if you don't have any savings, if you feel like when this stops, your life stops, just think about the skills you need. There's a free courses, I think, on every government has free courses right now where you can learn, teach, you can learn different languages. A lot of people, it's like I'm talking with you guys, so obviously all of you know English, but many people will always like ask for subtitles. Learn English. In my opinion, learn English and Russian if you want to be good in arm wrestling. Those are two dominant languages in arm wrestling. Not everyone can say that their language is dumb. No, Russian and English will get you everywhere. So learn languages, learn some new skills. Problems with computer, learn that. You have time. Just don't waste your time watching Netflix. Only if it's documentaries, you know. Only if you're learning something. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I just want this to be over as fast as possible. Yeah, let's take a quick look at the comment section. So everyone who said hi, I'm saying hi back to you right now, guys. Yeah, man, you and Schoolboy will be a good match. You think you can take him? I don't know, maybe. What's your poison? I don't know. Caring too much. My poison is caring too much. Taller than Devon. Okay. He most feared at bottom 8. Ryan already beat him. Why is Evan the most feared at bottom 8 when Ryan already beat him? Evan was drunk last year. Like he was so drunk that from the video and from the stories, what I heard. But he's very good arm wrestler. He's big, he's strong, and he knows what to do. And I think that's why. I looked at that and I said like he would be my biggest competition. But of course they added John and also some other dudes that are very good there. But I really I okay, a lot of things have to come in place for us to have bottom 8. But I really believe we can still do bottom 8. Maybe at the end of the year, or maybe in somewhere close to the fall. You know, that would be awesome. I would still love to go to Canada. Just I I would love to go everywhere, maybe so even outside. Yeah. So a lot of people think I'm a huge Deadpool fan, which I kind of made everyone thinking that I am, which I kind of am. So I have a lot of things with. I have T-shirts. I have cups. I have even comic books. But yeah, I love the first movie. The second was good too, but first movie was it was awesome. I think everyone saw the Deadpool movies. He's not interested in competing in WL. He would definitely got problems for a lot of guys. Of course, if they would call and make the offer, but again, the roster is so small and they are very limited, so it's very hard. Like so, they will have 6 events, and they will have 5 matches in each event. So 30 matches total. Plus, I would say champions will fight 2 times. So if you take that away, so 3 champions there, 3 there, 6 matches, 24 matches, you know, and it's very, 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 very hard to get more people into it. So next year they want to do more, and I hope they will do, and then we will see more matches, because there are a lot of matches that can happen. A lot of WL is about entertainment. They are more about entertainment than anything else. So they want matches that would last, the fights, the real struggles, you know. So Vlad is so explosive and strong that I would say he would steamroll most of the guys in class he would went to, because but again, it's different. The pads are different and everything is different, and we're more used to. But yeah, thought on blue balls, Bowen RVJ. Could you please put tutorial how to increase strength on one arm on arm wrestling training specific? Could you please put a tutorial how to increase strength on arm wrestling training specifically? Like, have you not watched the channel? Like, we have, like, I don't know how many videos. You know, even if I will make the video, you will say, I don't like this. How much can you do single arm biceps curl, cheat bicep curl? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I done some, like, I don't know, 70, 80 kilos for reps, but I have some problems. Now it feels better, so I might try it. I might try it even to do that strict curl challenge, but nah. John's shoulder injury is not good, and he's 50. Kind of looks very hungry to see him winning. I will be extremely happy if Berzenk wins. He's my idol. Love from Spain, Ray. You are becoming a beast in your future. Thanks. I I think John will compete when if he feels good, and I think he can hang with everyone right now. John is John. You should never forget, you know, who is John. You know what he has done. So I'll like we had this talk with Giannis, and people always forget that there are a lot of champions. Even like Engin Terzi, just like take Engin. Engin can be out for 3 years and he will still compete on the highest level with the highest level of guys in top five. And I'm not talking about like WL, I'm talking about world Europeans, that level. So, Zloty Tour, take it there. So, a lot of guys are just retired because they feel they cannot be the highest version of themselves, but everyone is here, and this is where they were, and they're just a little bit under, or sometimes even right there. And there are many that we have forgotten, many that you have never seen or never heard before, and every time you hear about them, like, who is this guy? And then they come out, and arm wrestling is very long lasting sport. Whenever someone says, oh, your elbow is gonna hurt, and this John 55, Tim Bresnan over 50, everyone over 40, like in America side of the world. So, you know, so I think everyone can have a long lasting career in arm wrestling, and if you're smart about it, you can have less issues. Okay, do you ever consider pulling above your weight class? I do that every time. Like, this is another thing that people keep forgetting when they see these matches. Uh, in Latvia, we have really good, I would say, top players, top arm wrestlers. Take the weight players, but top arm wrestlers in every class are super high level. So let's say you have 78 class. You have Kaspars, you have Janis there, you have Marats Pried, Gunnar Skivels, maybe even more. So four guys that are like head and heels above everyone else. Let's say 86 class. I have myself, we have Vlad, we have Tuoms, So Vlad is here and we are a little bit lower, but we are right there, and then is everyone else. You take 95 kilo class. You have you have Raymond Santonovic. You have some other guys there that again are this high. So when we go to competition, when we do competition in Latvia, we don't really care about winning the class. I will go. Last year I was 82. I competed 95. I beat everyone there, and then I went to overall class. So we are thinking more about overall, the smaller guys. This was my strategy with Kaspars and Vlad. Vlad, multiple time European world champion. Kaspars, multiple time European world medalist. They both, when they were 16, 17 years old, it wasn't about winning the juniors. It was about winning the older guys. They beat their class, and then they went in overall class and beat everyone else. Vlad was and Kaspars both went top 3 when they were 18 years old or even younger. So, and they've been constantly doing this. So this is another thing that everyone should be striving for. You shouldn't just think about your class. Just the same thing goes for bench pressing. Every time I bench press, I remember after like the my good years when I started beating everyone in 74 class, I'm beating, and it is like 30 kilo distance between. I'm like, okay, I want to win overalls, so I start winning overalls because I'm not competing with guys in my class. I'm competing against the bigger guys, the heavier guys, against everyone else. So if you're thinking that you should be just focusing or competing in your class, you're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your potential, not going forward. uh, who's the best rising? Who has the best rising in Latvia? Raimonds. Raimonds Antonovic. Yeah. I take Gunter's Baikos. Is he still in? Yes, I don't know Gunter's like personally. We have spoken. I think we have even chatted. Gunter's Baikos was first medal for Australia. So he went from Latvia to live in Australia, and he was the first guy. I think he won or got second in World Championship, and it was first like medal for and I would want to say only medal that Australia has in Buff World Championship. It was 2013, something like that. So yeah, I know Gunter's. Go from way to another if you have specific strategy. Oh, okay. So the question was like how to train or something like that. So what you need to understand when this we talk about increasing the weight when you're training. So um, let's take very simple numbers. So any exercise I can do 100 kilos, like that's my max for one rep. If I will do all my sets with 90 kilos, I'm very close to burning. So a lot of people will take this approach where they do, like, let's say, so their max is 100 kilos, so they will do one set with 60, one set with 80, one set with 90, and one set with 100. So now they did, in my opinion, 3 working sets. So 80, 90, 100. Those were working sets. A lot of people will do, let's say, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. In my opinion, you just did one working set. That was 80 kilos, and then if 100 didn't look so good, it wasn't there. So you need to understand what is trying to lift heavy and working with weights that you can handle, working with something just not, and it's not shooting too low and not shooting too high, and right in this middle. It's usually 75 up to 85% of your max for how many reps you want. But that is the strength or neural. It's everything. That zone will get you stronger constantly. But I will always pursue more. I will always try to pursue more. But I will have days like any exercise, some back pressure work. I will have days where I feel I can lift more and my form will be very shitty. I will not think about my form and I will go heavy. And other days I will come and I will feel that I need to work on my form, so it will be lower. The form changes everything. I can do a lot of exercises at least 30% higher than my working weights by ignoring like good form. So arm wrestling is about lifting. It's about everything. It's about getting stronger in different positions and everything else. But you need to understand, if you keep training, and this is another big problem that a lot of guys will have, they will train from positions they never arm wrestle in, or positions where they never are on table, and they will they will like, oh, I don't know how does this work. I can lift like in a bicep 70 kilos and he just beat me in a hook. How did that happen? Because you didn't get in position where you were lifting 70 kilos, or you cannot apply it on table. So I switch back and forth between these two things when it's strict and not strict. Strict means set up everything, the angles, everything. And non-strict is when I want to go heavier and to overload. And I really believe we need both. It's not just like someone will say, well, just this way is the right way. I don't believe that has never been the truth for anything. Very rarely we'll have one way. We usually have different training methods, different things that we can try. So mix it up. Um, what else? What match do you want to happen this year, Vendetta? For me, oh no, for them. Do you prefer Levin versus Chaffee or Levin versus Todd? I want Levin versus Chaffee. Like we brought Chaffee in, like he's here. Like let's do this match. Is Dennis Tsiplenko natty? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Engin could roll off the couch and he'll steal most tournaments with little difficulty. That's true. Yeah, Engin, a lot of guys, a lot of guys. People keep forgetting. And when you live in your bubble and you just watch some videos and you're like, oh, this guy, but he has never arm wrestled or beaten anyone that is that level. So, how much is Vlad weight? Vlad weighs, I think, 85, 86 kilos, maybe less now. He doesn't have a chance to go to gym, so I would believe he'll lose some muscle mass. But how old were you when you started arm wrestling? How long are you arm wrestling? I started arm wrestling when I was 17. I think 17. So my first year on professional high school, and then but it was 2007. But I started like real arm wrestling when I finished school. It was 2011. Uh, I went to some competitions like all summer. There was a big league for arm wrestling in Latvia, and we were at that time, and we were trying to make it big. And I was just like I knew few people, and I'm like, okay, I can go. So I competed. I was second in the league. And then in a final I won, I think left arm, no, I think I was second with both arms. Yeah, so I got second place in total, and after that I went home and I got a call, and it was Jan Samolinch, and we were like, I know him, yeah, it's nothing. And he said to me, he's like, we want to go to competition in Sweden, and would you want to come? And I said, okay. So it was Flan, 2011 or 12. I keep mixing up, but like we went there. I was training month before, and that was real training, because I remember after first session, I was grocery shopping and I couldn't hold anything in my arms. I'm like, I cannot hold anything. My tendons and everything. There was pain everywhere. Uh, we went there, and I was just like, I would say a beginner, you know. But I said like they have classes like class 1, class 2, class 3, or something like that for beginners. And I'm like, said I would be like the further end of the beginners, so the class 3. And they said, Latvian? I said yes. They're like, no, pro. So I got third place in pro class with very tough guys. I didn't really understand how to arm wrestle. I felt strong, but it was different level right there. I was just brought into this world. So I went back, and it was my first year of starting my bachelor degree in the Latvian Sport Academy of Science, and I started as a powerlifting coach. Like you will have management, like we'll have two professions. One was in management, and other was as a coach. So as a coach trainer. So it was powerlifting. But Giannis calls me, and Giannis was like, maybe you want to get a class for arm wrestling and teach arm wrestling. So in my first month, I switched it up. I went from powerlifting to arm wrestling, just because how great was the community, and I started training right away. I think at the start of 2012, that was that's when I was introduced to Kaspars, Vlad, and many others that you have seen around. Were my first class in Giannis' hometown, and yeah, that's how basically it started. But it was just two calls from Giannis, and somehow it clicked, and that's how I'm here. Can you go to gym to get some pulling? Yes, I can get the gym. Dennis says the top 8 is too much for him because he has to pull 3 times a year. Understand why is that? He cannot use steroids during all year, so he wants to 1 match per year. Yeah, makes sense. As John Brazing, arm wrestling simply is the greatest way to train for arm wrestling. True. How many days in a week should we train for arm wrestling? Every day. Like you can do something every day. There's always specific and non-specific, so you need to take care of your health. You need to do some exercises, for shoulders. Very big thing, and everyone keeps forgetting, is the shoulders, and then they have stupid injuries, or they will have elbow pain because of underdeveloped chest, traps, things like that. So you need to take care of it. You can do something every day. Right now I'm doing something every day. I trained, like, Monday. I did my, I think, side pressure. I think side pressure. I trained side pressure. Tuesday, I in the morning I went for SBD, so squat, bench, deadlift. I did those because I still keep doing them because it feels good. Then in the evening we had table practice. Yesterday we were filming video with Giannis. Before that I was waiting in the gym, so I did an hour of wrist because wrist was fine. I feel something in my arm still. Yesterday I felt in brachialis from the pulling. Today we're going to do a workout again. So every day you can do something. So yesterday wasn't that hard. Again, I went home and again I trained a little bit shoulders, something like that. This is the best time to train, guys. Just like, when you're sitting at home, just do as much work as you possibly can. Like, if you can have the lessons of everyone who has failed before you right now. So when someone says, like, you should be the hardest worker, you should train harder than anyone, I'm thinking, okay, but in my head, as someone who's educated in this, I know, I'm like, oh, but you might get injured. Just do it smart. You can still work harder than anyone else, but do it smart. Think about recovery. Maybe be a little bit more obsessed about recovery than everyone before you. So right now, and it's the first time for I don't know, for 3 months now, in past 10 years, 8 years, I'm pain free. I don't have any pain pulling. Before that, every time I pulled, it felt like it was a toothache. It felt like my like there was tooth loose here, and I had pain. Yeah. What are the biggest tournaments held in Latvia? Riga Open. We will do it again next year, and Baltic Open. And we have nationals, and we have a few more. So, can you do how to arm wrestle versus friend with some tricks to win? Our biggest video on this channel is how to win at arm wrestling. That's all the tricks you need. Devon Lart is a great example. He says that it's less than 5% of his time side pressure. Yes. Devon doesn't agree with no pain, no gain in training. What do you think? I think, yes, I agree too. I agree too. You need to be smart, but there's a lot of things and a lot of factors, and it's always comes to yourself. It doesn't matter what anyone says. It comes to yourself. You can go as hard as your body can hold, but you need to be honest to yourself. Can it hold this much? Maybe I should stop. So that is the difference. Go hard or go home. Like, no pain, no gain doesn't work. No pain, no gain. Your elbows are shattered, and you can't arm wrestle anyone. I know when there's pain from pulling, and you have really good practice. I know I cannot do a lot of things in the gym. So I will basically, you think about this, you're destroying your tendons and muscles, so your health or everything, your fitness is going here. If you go to the training session next day and you will do something that's even more breaking down your tendons, going harder, you're gonna keep this even sharper. It's going down. As far as it goes down, it needs to get up, and longer it takes to get up, the longer it takes for you to recover. So this is why a lot of people will have injuries coming from one week to another, because they arm wrestle and then they train over it, and then I cannot really keep up with this. So I will, after practices, I will work on muscles that I really didn't kill, on something that, okay, I can still do this. I arm wrestle inside, so my outside game is good. I can do that. So yeah. What's the most important championship that you won? For me, uh, I would say some of my Latvian national wins because it's tough crowd. It's very hard, and you want to make a name for yourself. I think that was or Rig Opens. Rig Opens are even harder because we have some guys coming from different cities, countries, and things like that. But yeah, these are for me. Yeah, these for me. Does height matter in arm wrestling? Uh, no. If you look at arm wrestlers, they're different sizes. Who's your favorite arm wrestler of all time? Who is the most similar arm and who is the most similar arm wrestler to you? I've taken like if you find some of my older matches, um, I didn't know I could press. I really didn't know I could press for so many years because I was trying to be good arm wrestler. That means either classic hook or top roll. My hook was shit, so I was trying top roll. Suddenly, I'm like, okay, you just don't fight what you have. I didn't fight it, so I went there. So I took a lot of inspiration from a lot of athletes, from a lot of arm wrestlers, those who fight in hook right now, and those who press the setup and things like that. So Kazakhs has good school about that, and yeah, it wasn't just one. It was many, and then you make it your own. Um, Crush may help. Top roll technique. Captain of Crush may help. No, I don't think so. SBD silent but deadly. SBD. Hey Ray, what pro armors of risk curl weight numbers? As we said before, everything you do over 50 up to 70 kilos, uh, those are great. If you can do your body weight in wrist curls, that's awesome. Should train harder than last time. Just do smart. Yeah. Hey man, I'm 16 years old. Been arm wrestling for about 1.5 years. I attended Turkey Championship too. What do you recommend? I best train for my age. I don't really understand the question, man. But just train. You're young, 16 years old. You will get better just by getting older. Is there any top arm wrestler who's tall since top rolling, or it's hard for this height to top roll? Yeah, again, if when you're 170 like me, just don't get don't get as big as I am. If you're still competing versus guys that weigh 70 kilos, everyone will feel normal. And there are a lot of guys that can top roll or use their attributes very good. Is side pressure training necessary? Not as much as you want, as you think. I really don't believe there's a lot of things that you can go over side pressure. You know, for me, yeah, side pressure is somewhat necessary. But again, right now I'm training it less than ever. Come live with Yanis. I don't have equipment for side pressure training. Then it's fine. Just do wrist, do back pressure. It will compensate everything. There's a lot of guys that are super good that don't have numbers that Ryan Bowen has. Doesn't matter. They're much better in performing their technique on others than anything else. Come live with Giannis. Okay, come live with Giannis makes more sense than come live with Giannis. Yeah, we'll do something. Yeah, we'll do something. He's at home with his kids and they're in a different city, so it's very hard to get everything rolling. What measure can you think of for safe COVID-free arm wrestling? What measures can you think of? Wash your hands. If you have a face mask, wear the face mask. If you have, I would say like everyone who don't smoke, just don't be obese. Keep it as lean as you can. If you have issues with like respiratory syndrome, things like that, with problems just with health, then just stay away. Nothing is more important. Like if you look at most cases, people who died, they have something else, and this just help that something else to bring it down. So yeah, and you said that Levin is not very technical and just power. Do you agree? No, he was very technical in his last match. I would say like he know exactly where to stop Vitali and stop them, And just it's the same thing with Dennis. Dennis stopped Devon wherever he went. So do you cut weight before competing? Not now, but I am notorious about weight cutting, and it never paid off. Maybe sometimes some tournaments that I went to, but I have cut down 6, 7, 8 kilos in a day. It was like norm for me. I was just like cutting all the time. Doesn't matter what weight I was in. So if I'm competing in 70, I have to cut weight. If 75, I have to cut weight. Last time I went to 85, I had to cut weight. So that's problem with me. But right now I feel very good. I'm somewhere around 85, 86, and I feel very, very good, very comfortable with this weight. I don't think weights with wrist curls matter. I wrist curl 60, but I have beaten a wrist curl 100 to taking the wrist. Uh, Again, yes, no, wrist curls matter. It but what matters more is how you use them. So you use them much better. The guys that are a lot of times I will say, well, I'm stronger, but he beats me because he uses better what he has than you. That is the problem, bro. Bro, Ray, can you show us position of supination, muscle and forearm? It's really important in arm wrestling. Go to anatomy book, and of course supinator is very important as it pulls your arm inwards. It goes here if you're fighting inside. But again, you need to understand that everything has balance. Everything has balance. You will, if you we keep doing this enough, the problem will rise, and you will problems doing this. So you need to do this. If you're going inside, you need to go outside. If you're pronating, you need to supinate. If you're rising, you need to basically push it down. Everything needs to have balance. Better balance you have, longer you will be better. You know. Um, Jones go keep it up. Thanks. Kenyans beat Schoolboy. All video showed Thursday beating Giannis Ferry. Can Giannis beat him now? How do we know that? We don't. Even if you ask Engin, he will not have answer for that. We don't know that. I think Giannis can beat Schoolboy. I hope you'll get success on some more channel. Giannis is really strong. No, he's not. Yes, Giannis is very good. Yeah. So, guys, pick at WL. Just whenever. Lauris in the house. So tomorrow, whenever they post something on WL, just we need to attack them. We need to say we want Jan Samolinch to defend his lightweight title. And he also said lightweight class have better armors than open class, such as power. Better quality. He said they have better quality. It looks much better. I think that to be able to hold your angle is the most important thing in arm wrestling. That is one of the most important things. I will 100% agree with that, because it doesn't matter what is your position. If you can keep your arm closer to your body, you will have more advantage than you don't. You can flop wrist press, but if you will get open here, it doesn't matter how much force you produce here. So keeping that angle, keeping everything together is most important. This lack of balance that some people do with training, think this leads to lack of motion for a lot of guys. Yeah, they will not straighten out their arms. They will have different problems. They will sometimes it's very easy to say my elbows hurt, but why do they hurt? It's like and they will just keep going here where it hurts, but the problem is arising from different positions, or my flexors are weak, and I've been training them for every day for 2 years, and they're weak. They're overworked. They're basically taking everything away from antagonists with our extensors. So body is meant to be in balance. We cannot put you cannot have 100 kilo here and 100 kilo here, but you just need the movement. You just need this muscle to be active. So think about that. Ray, could you beat prime John Berzank with two hands? Yes, 100% short. Don't you think some of the referees are just trash? It's not like referees doing some, referee is making the match and they're doing. Everyone hates on referees when for them doing their job, and again, they have different set of rules, and plus there's only one referee right there. So I wouldn't say I don't like those rules, but they are very entertaining. So you know, do you think some of the referee? Okay, what's the country who supports arm wrestling most? I would say Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan. Where's Anders Tukmanos? Where is Einar Tukmanos? I don't see him. Did he quit arm wrestling? Yeah, he was in last year's nationals. One of the great talents that we have had, but yeah, he's into some different things. So yeah, he just went away. He was amazing athlete. I really like. He's very tall, very skinny. That hook was brutal. Overall champion 2017 or 2018 with left arm, Latvian. So weights do matter in arm wrestling, but like Ray said, it's about what works for you, using the best on your ability. Yeah. Do you think Voivoda was one of the best ever? No. Do you think you can beat Ryan Bowen in a long match? Yes. I really believe Ryan. For Ryan, I am bad matchup. I feel I can get either him in position or I can take away his position where he wants. Other guys with different styles are better for him. You know, I really believe that. But my pressing style and for everything. So yeah, arm wrestling it's about styles. Styles make matches, like everything. So so sometimes you will look like, oh, he should beat him easily and he beats this guy easily, but he struggled with this guy because of the style. Every arm is different. Points where you add tension are different. Whitley almost beating Lemon, much more impressive than Levin. There was too much weight difference. Vitali almost beating Lemon. When was the time? It's Zloty tour or something like that. Yeah. Okay, 52 minutes. I need to eat. I need to get these skinny arms a little bigger. And yeah, I will try to do at least once a week, but even more if I have something to talk about. Yeah. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for all the support. Please like this video, like any other videos that, you know, that we put out. We do a lot of work. We're trying to keep you guys entertained. Breakdown series are coming. We'll do more. Maybe something from training sessions. We know training is not that interesting right now because not everyone can have it. Most people cannot have it. So we're doing our best. Stay strong and love arm wrestling.